Hello everyone, this is Christian Main. I hope you're doing well. Today is part 4 of the Chord Families videos. Remember last time in part 3 I added 3 different chords to our chart, to our families charts. One to the subdominant, which was a flat 6, and 2 to the dominant side, which was one was a flat 7 and the other one was a flat 2. And so let's look into that today. So what I've done is I've added them to our charts up here, our little cheat sheet. So our tonic, again, still has 1, has 6 minor, and the occasional 3 minor, which I'm actually going to be doing today, which is interesting. In the subdominant, it has a 4, a 2 minor, and again, the flat 6 chord. And as I promised, I'm going to be playing the flat 6, major 7, flat 5 chord. And I might do around with the flat 6 diminished 7th, but if you want to experiment with that yourself, go for it. The dominant family, we have the 5-7 still, the 5 diminished 7. I'm sorry, the 7 diminished 7, the 7 minor 7 flat 5, and the new ones, the flat 7 and the flat 2 7 chord. Okay, let's get at it. Remember last time we, on our second video, we have this particular chord progression. We had our 2 measures of 1, 2 measures of 4, a measure of 5, and a 5-7, a 1, and a 1. Okay, this is kind of like our control progression. And remember, I told you that we need to think of it as 2 measures of tonic, 2 measures of subdominant, 2 measures of dominant, and 2 measures of tonic. Now, what I've done is I've kept the families together here, but I've drastically changed the chord progression. So our new tonics are now a 6 minor, which we see over here. I even went ahead and put in a 3, okay, just to show you what it sounds like, a 3 minor. Our subdominant, we kept the 4, but as promised, I stuck the flat 6, minor 7, flat 5 chord in there. I'm sorry, flat 6, major 7, flat 5 chord. Our dominant, I went ahead and made a 5-7 here, changed it up a bit. Went to a flat 2-7 here, okay, and then 1s on the end. I just kept the 1s. It just sounded better in the end. So I'm gonna change up the rhythm from last time just to give you a little bit more of a finger picking feel. So our first one is going to be like this. Okay, that's our control. Now our next one is going to sound like this. Okay, now I'm going to do them together just so we get kind of a vibe out of it. Okay, so just to show you how drastic we could take the chord progression, that is, and all we did is we simply replaced family members, pretty much. So again, just so we can get this. Two measures of tonic, 2 measures of subdominant, 2 measures of dominant, 2 measures of tonic again. Okay? All I did was simply take what I had up here, and you can do this with any chord progression once you understand the numbers. You can do this with any chord progression, and all you have to do is label, okay, well, my G in the key of G is tonic, okay, because it's a 1. My C is, subdominant, whatever. And you can replace it with any of these, okay? So it's almost like an endless possibility of chords just with this. Now, in the next video, okay, I'm actually going to go into secondary dominants and secondary subdominants. So we're going to be talking about that world, which opens this wide open. So what that is pretty much taking its own, making each chord in the subdominant family and the dominant family, and giving it its own secondary subdominant and secondary dominant. And then, so we have a whole nother direction of chords we can use to throw into the arsenal and make this really chaotic. But just so you know, again, you can mix and match this any way you want. It doesn't always have to be tonic, subdominant, dominant, tonic. Just have fun with it. Go back and forth with it. And as usual, stay safe, keep on playing, and I'll see you later.